Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. It seems quite strange saying that, considering how much we as a family actually watch YouTube. Actually creating my own video to go on the platform is interesting, shall we say. So anyway, I am Kerry and I'm the owner of Little Darling Fabrics. I'll go into a bit more background story of my little business shortly, but predominantly it will feature my beautiful fabrics, and hopefully some makes in my fabrics, from recommended patterns that I've tried and tested and used regularly, either for myself or my girls, and they will feature garments in my fabrics too. So a little bit about me. As I've said, my name is Kerry and I am the owner of Little Darling Fabrics. I started not in fabrics. I actually started hand making children's clothes because my youngest daughter, Darcy, she was quite a chunky little baby, but quite short in length. So I decided to start making. Well, actually, how it came about is one of my friends said she had a machine available. I'd always dabbled in textiles and what have you anyway, and craft has always been sort of within the family, so it wasn't an unknown to me. So when it came about that there was a machine available, I instantly took it, and then the downward slippery slope of fabrics and the obsession with fabrics began. So I started making for Darcy, and it kind of progressed from there. I'd made quite a few things for her, and then started making a couple of things for friends and families, little ones as well, and it kind of just evolved from that. I then started my own children's clothing business just on the side of my day job, just for a bit of extra pennies to fund my obsession with fabric. And from that, I kind of then looked at wholesale as natural progression with handmade children's clothing businesses. It's something that you want to, you want to make a little bit more money for the work that you do. So the first thing you would look at is fabrics. So I'd gone from hand making children's clothing to buying fabrics in wholesale and then selling the extra fabric that I'd bought that I didn't need any longer, because I'd used it for what I needed it for, and kind of moved from the hand making side to just the fabric side. And I have actually found more of a passion for the fabrics than I did actually sitting and sewing hours on end. I found that actually sewing is a hobby for me and it's not a job. And it took a while for me to figure that out, but once I did, I felt relieved. So then I went from stopping the clothing side completely, had a break for a good 6 months, and kind of built up my knowledge of fabrics, built up relationship with wholesalers and things like that, set up accounts and started the ball rolling that way. And I started the Little Darling Fabrics business in May 2019, and it's just gone from strength to strength, and it's just been incredible. And I've recently, sort of within the last 6 months or so, gone from just buying wholesale fabrics, as anybody pretty much can these days, to going more down the exclusive prints route and having designs printed that I've purchased. I cannot create designs whatsoever, so just the actual admiration for those who can design, because it's just incredible. I don't know how they do it, if I'm completely honest, because some of the prints that come out are just stunning, and how they print on fabric is just, this being one of them. This was one of my favourite ones, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, I digress, as you'll probably figure out that I do quite a lot of. So I've gone more down the exclusive designs exclusive colourway designs route, and I'm loving it. I absolutely love it. I get so much joy out of seeing what everybody else has made from something that I have purchased and made into fabric for them to buy. Genuinely love it. Especially, and I'm finding more and more at the moment that grown-ups, I say grown-ups because I live in a household with children and everything is just, me and my husband Matt are called the grown-ups by our daughters. So I always refer to adults as grown-ups. So I'm getting such pleasure out of seeing grown-ups in handmade clothes that they have made themselves. There's something quite like, it's a bit more of an achievement making an adult piece of clothing. I'm not sure why. Children's clothing, they'll always be beautiful. I'll never get tired of seeing them at all. But there's something just a little bit extra special about seeing a grown-up wearing something that they've made and actually feeling confident, proud of themselves, which they should be, of something that they have made to fit them. So this is kind of like my obsession. It is, I think, one for a better word. I'm obsessed with watching what everybody else does and the recommendations of patterns to try out that others have tried out and they've got on really well with, if you've got a similar body type, etc. So I think my YouTube channel, it still seems really weird saying that, I think my YouTube channel is going to be based around fabrics that have come in, which will have probably been seen before on my Facebook group, Instagram page, etc., of which I'll put the information in the details below. And showing off what I have made for either myself or my girls in a fabric of mine to show off and give recommendations for patterns. I think that's what I'll base this channel on. I think that'll be a good starting point, but you'll get to see sneak peeks as well of fabrics made up if you've not seen on the Facebook group and Instagram page. So welcome to my little shop with all my beautiful fabrics. I'll give details below of what and where you can find all of my products. I'll also list any patterns in future posts on anything that I've made, recommendations of where to get them, and how you can get some sneaky discounts, because we all like a sneaky discount. I for one do. And yeah, we'll go from there. So this dress that I'm wearing is actually a Ellie and Mac, can't quite see me, Breezy, that I've actually, I've not added a neckband because I'm terrible at neckbands. For some reason, I overstretch them and it kind of goes a bit wrong. So I found a quick hack of just literally pinching and rolling, top stitching. It's as simple as that. And this one I've extended in length because I've got pasty whites, pasty white legs that are translucent. So I like a little bit of length to just go below my knees. So I've literally just extended the skirt. But I'll also list that pattern below as well, so you've got info, because I find the fit on these, especially if you're a bit more rotund like I am, it just fits better, and it fits and cinches in the right places, and it's just a very flattering style dress that is my go-to. And also I've made it in 30 minutes. I'll probably post that video another time to show you how that's made. So any questions or anything like that, by all means comment below. Again, that sounds so strange saying that. I'm sure I'll get used to it the more I do. But welcome, and I hope you enjoyed my first video. Any suggestions, questions or anything like that, by all means ask away, and I hope to see you soon.